What up, people? It's Daryl here from How Daryl Rolls. I'm staying in what is called a skate house currently. I'm on a spur-of-the-moment trip to British Columbia, Canada. Basically, I just had an opportunity where a friend was driving out for work. He happened to post it on social media. I jokingly said, "Hey, is there a chance you have a space in your car? I'd like to go to BC." And he said yes. So, and it turns out he needed a co-pilot and people to, keep him occupied while he was on a giant trip across Canada from Winnipeg to Vancouver. It went amazingly, all considering the fact that there was a giant blizzard hitting Canada, and we narrowly missed basically having the highways closed with us on them. They got closed right behind us when we left Saturday morning. It is now Tuesday. It took me a little while to kind of get settled because at first I was under the assumption that, I just crashed on the floor at whatever his Airbnb is, but turns out he had a bunch of coworkers there, so we're just kind of like, hey, I gotta spur of the moment find my own place. So first I did an Airbnb. Even the cheapest one was a little bit expensive and kind of out of the way. It wasn't easy to connect with any of my friends that live in Vancouver and different parts of Vancouver. So I figured, let's reach out to my fellow skate community people, the old skate fam, and lo and behold, one of my longtime friends who I've been connecting with when I went to Giant's Head and other events that I've gone to here in BC, Troy Yardwaste, awesome guy, basically said, come over to my place, it's massive, and there's a bunch of other skaters here that are from previous households that I've hung out with, known as the Stoop. And he was going on a trip, but he's like, come stay in my bedroom. And, you've got lots of space. This room isn't being used. Crash here. And just, reminded me about why I love the longboarding community. And, of course, why I'm doing everything we're doing with Skate Hive and Stoken, because, that was the inspiration. Build community, build connection, take care of each other, use the tools that we have, which now are Web3 and cryptocurrencies, to elevate these communities and bring it to the next level. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of blogging about my trip. Basically survived not only the highway closures, but also extreme blizzard weather, blowing snow, low visibility to no visibility, down crazy BC mountain roads. And I'm extremely thankful that my friend who was driving was a skilled driver, even though he himself admitted that he was quite nervous. We just took it slow and steady, kept it safe, and we made it here on time for his job. And now I'm settled in this beautiful, beautiful mansion of a house. I don't even know how many people live here, but they get along very nicely and keep it very tidy. So it's probably the best skate house I've ever been in. And skate houses is a common thing. It's usually when, a bunch of people move to BC to try to pursue their dreams of skating the best roads in Canada. And then they realize, of course, rent is expensive, and most skateboarders are, a little broke because we focus on skateboarding, not our careers. And even the pros don't make all that much money doing skateboarding. So, they form communities where they get together and, rent a house collectively, come up with rules, and then they also allow guests to come down. So if there's traveling skaters coming down that can't afford to live in a hotel or a hostel, they of course find the nearest skate house and offer to do the dishes and clean up a little bit to have a chance to sleep on the floor. The Stoop that I actually mentioned earlier, they actually full on built like bunk beds inside their place because it was so common for so many people to come over. It's just like a known destination. Things got a little hectic, but at the same time, they, bunch of rowdy skaters, they know how to handle it. They made it work, considering there was like 20 people or something like that living at the previous Stoop that I visited. Unfortunately, I don't have my hard drives with me to share old footage of that. Maybe I can find some pictures online when I'm editing, but generally my model now is to finish what I'm doing and worry about making it awesome and perfect later, because otherwise I get nothing done. Then you guys get no content. You don't realize how many awesome things I've done, and I've only half done the editing for. So that's why we're just going to put this out raw, maybe do a little run through of this beautiful house that I'm talking about. You can obviously see I'm living in this is the private bathroom to the bedroom that I'm staying in, and it's very fancy. I don't know what era this would be, 60s, 30s, 40s, something old, but very nice place, and awesome people here. So hopefully we're going to get some skating in. It is definitely a bit chilly. We got a tiny layer of snow recently, which is interesting because the grass was green when I got here, and at the same time I just came from a blizzard of minus 25 degrees Celsius. So that was quite the contrast. Beautiful mountains on the way here. It was great to see them covered in snow, which I had not seen in previous trips out to BC. But yeah, then also, hopefully on the weekend, we are going to go up to maybe Cyprus or one of the other local mountain ski resorts here and pull out the snow skates that I brought along and do some good snow skating on a real mountain, not just some back alley park, tiny little creek valley that we have in Winnipeg. But we'll see if these skills I have created through finding the steepest stuff in Winnipeg translates to real mountains in British Columbia, and I guess you'll have to tune in later to see how that goes. So anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. This is update 1, I guess, of this crazy trip, spur of the moment thing. I'm going to be here for a few weeks, so hopefully we'll just keep the content coming. And I'm going to use that through Hive to essentially fund paying for food and different things here, because of course you may have noticed the crypto market is down a little bit, so got to make sure I'm creating new income and not spending my savings, which are down at the moment, and I don't want to spend them while they're down 50% or whatever crazy percentage it is right now. The market, so painful sometimes. But hey, that's why we're here. There's no reward without a little bit of risk, and going on crazy trips to shoot better footage in the middle of half winter, half spring is a risk upon itself. But we're here, we're doing it, and that's how Daryl rolls. So yeah. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll be putting these out quite regularly. It all depends on how distracted I get. I have a lot of friends here in BC I gotta visit and catch up with, because I haven't been allowed to travel for the last little while with these whole restrictions. But yeah, eternally thankful to be here and just to get a little escape from the chaos of life. A little distraction for a little while, but at the same time, the whole reason we're doing Stoking is to change how this all works. Not a top-down system, but community first, and then through community power, we're going to create all kinds of things using the power of Stoke. So it's time for you to get Stoking. Of course, if you haven't heard about it yet, I highly suggest you join Skate Hive. There's some stuff coming in the works. You can see the intro post for our new token and our new platform that we're developing. Honestly, I think it's going to be life-changing for many skaters around the world, especially in poorer countries and or those going through economic issues. And I just realized my light's about to die, so we're going to wrap it up here. But the point being is, if you get on Skate Hive, get to know it, be a part of the community, you're going to be a part of something amazing and incredible, and we need to do this together. So don't sit on the sidelines and wait for everybody else to do things. Be a leader yourself. Get ahead of the curve, because honestly that's where you see the most rewards. But of course this isn't financial advice, because I'm not a financial expert. I'm just a skateboarder experimenting with Web3, cryptocurrencies, and community building, and that's why I'm hoping you're here to watch. So peace out, have on. This is how Daryl rolls.